रसोई के रहस्य आओ मिलकर खोले हम, सब्जी दाल मसाले इन सबको टटोले हम। रसोई के रहस्य आओ मिलकर खोले हम, सब्जी दाल मसाले इन सबको टटोले हम। रसोई के रहस्य आओ मिलकर खोले हम, रसोई के रहस्य आओ मिलकर खोले हम।
नमस्कार, रसोई के रहस्य के इस नए एपिसोड में आप सबका स्वागत है। आपको पता है हमारा एक्सपर्ट्स टॉक का सीरीज अभी भी आगे चल रहा है और इसमें बहुत सारी चीजें हमने सीखी है, बहुत सारे लोगों से हम मिले हैं। आज हमारी रिपीट परफॉर्मर हमारे साथ हैं, हमारी एक्सपर्ट जो कि हमारे पास बहुत देर तक रहने वाली है। शेफ प्रिया भूपाल ने पिछले एपिसोड में हमारे साथ बेसिक्स करे थे बेकिंग के, जिसमें कि आपने सुना आपको क्या इक्विपमेंट चाहिए बेकिंग करने के लिए, वो हमने सब जाना, जांचा और समझा। आज उसके अगले एपिसोड में हम लोग जानेंगे कि बेकिंग किया किससे जाता है, कौन सी ऐसे पदार्थ है, कौन से ऐसे इंग्रेडिएंट्स हैं जिसको मिलाकर जादू होता है बेकिंग का। तो चलिए शेफ प्रिया भोपाल से अब बात करते हैं। गुड आफ्टरनून एंड वेलकम शेफ प्रिया भोपाल रसोई के रहस्य में। वेलकम बैक।
Hi, Payal.
And
Thank you.
it's great to have you back again. I must tell you, a lot of people learned lots of things from your first episode, and we all learned what is right and wrong. So I'm sure there's going to be a lot more of right and wrong that we're going to learn from you today.
Yes, more to learn and more to teach. It's wonderful. I'm looking forward to do this.
So like we spoke, we're going to be talking about the ingredients. मतलब किस किस तरह की चीजें जाती हैं, चाहे वो मैदा हो, चाहे वो लिक्विड्स हो किसी तरह के, किससे केक फूलता है, कौन सी तरह की शक्कर अंदर जाती है. So I'll just hand this over to you. So please go ahead and let us know. And I will pop in the middle if I have some questions to ask. Otherwise, the floor is yours.
Yes. Okay. Hi, everybody. So we're talking about ingredients. Basically, any baking stuff needs wet ingredient and a dry ingredient. So let's start with dry ingredients. We're talking about flour. Flour is everybody knows it comes from wheat. It comes from flour can come from various grains. So basically, for a normal, beautiful cake, we need something called an all-purpose flour, which has a protein level of 9 to 11%. But don't worry about protein levels or gluten level. Just get a normal maida, which you get in any store. But the only thing you have to do is you have to sieve your flour. That is rule number 1 when you're using flour. Okay, now we have loads and loads of flours which come in maida we're talking about. So one is all-purpose flour. Then the other one is called self-raising flour. Self-raising flour is not to be used to make a normal cakes. Please make sure when you're using, if in any case, you remember there are a lot of recipes which will say get self-raising flour and put it, then that means that particular cake requires that, or that particular dessert requires that.
Yes, we've seen lots of those, yes.
Yeah, because what is self-raising flour pile? Self-raising flour is a combination of regular flour with little baking powder and salt already in it.
Right.
Okay, very little, but a lot of these self-raising flour is used in puffed, desserts or morning breakfast things like muffins, some muffins, English breakfast anyway. So self-raising flour is only used for those particular things. Otherwise, all-purpose flour is a beautiful flour. Please get that. Bake your, cakes, even breads. You can make breads also with all-purpose flour. Then there's something called whole wheat flour. Then there is something called pastry flour, cake flour. Then there is a specialized bread flour, which is high in protein level, which from 11 to 14%. If you are very conscious about what you're baking and you want to eat a gluten-free cake or a bread or whatever, then you get all these almond flour, which is also called almond meal. Then you have brown rice flour. Like Payal, last year when I went to work in Spain, this particular pastry chef only used brown rice flour to make all his desserts.
Amazing. This is the first I'm hearing of, brown rice flour is something that I'm hearing of for the first time. I've never heard of it before.
Yeah, it is amazing. Even when I went to work, I loved the texture of it,
Excellent.
And it's not the white rice flour, but they precisely say brown rice flour. Then hazelnut flour. Coconut flour is a beautiful thing now, Payal.
Oh, really?
Flour. Yeah, it's an amazing product. Anything to do with coconut flour, coconut sugar, you should all try with those kind of things also.
Are these easily available? I mean, coconut flour and all that. Sugar, I know you said is available online and things like that, but things like coconut flour and stuff?
Yeah, it is available online now.
Excellent.
Yeah, there's quinoa flour, there's buckwheat flour, there's rye flour, and then oats flour. Oats flour is very, very, very nutrition based, and it is really used in a lot of these gluten-free baking now.
Right.
People more than almond flour are preferring to get oats flour.
It's also cheaper, no? I'm sure almond flour must be a lot more expensive when compared to oats and even buckwheat and things like that.
I'm sure, because buckwheat in India is very expensive.
But buckwheat is something people in India know about. For the listeners, buckwheat is kuttu ka aata, जो हम लोग व्रत में वगैरह खाते हैं. Kuttu ka aata is very popular during the Navaratri fasts and things like that. People who are not eating, cereals, eat kuttu ka aata a lot. So buckwheat, yes, it's not cheap, but buckwheat is available. Easily available hai buckwheat flour.
Buckwheat is such a popular grain in France. I've seen a lot of these chefs, they kind of boil that buckwheat in milk or any fluid. They just take a fluid which it has to go into the dessert. They soak the buckwheat grains in it and just use the fluid, whatever liquid. They add it with that flavor. Buckwheat is something, they love it.
It's a very different kind of taste, and I've seen recipes with buckwheat flour. So here I have a question. I'm sure a lot of our listeners are wondering, क्योंकि इतना ज़्यादा मेरे से काफी बार पूछा गया है कि आप बेकिंग की रेसिपीज के बारे में बात करते हैं, लेकिन सब लोग बोलते हैं कि मैदा अच्छा नहीं है, मैदा डाइजेस्ट नहीं होता, मैदे से केक्स नहीं बनाए जाते, it's better to make whole wheat and it's better to make this, that and the other. So, I mean, as an individual and as a baker, is there any advice that you would give us? Is this a misconception? I know it's not totally a misconception. Maida is heavy, difficult to digest. लेकिन people like us who don't really bake every day, कभी-कभी bake करना होता है, ऐसे ही मन हो गया, you're baking for your kids once in a week. So, is that something that we should not do at all-purpose flour?
ऐसे कैसे होएगा? I don't think it's fair enough to say you can't use maida. Where did we all? I mean, see, when maida started, we all eat puri also with maida, no?
Yes, they are so tasty. The puris are so tasty, correct?
See, we make all the cakes with maida. Yes, there is a quality which we talk, Payal, and anything excess is not good for your stomach. Totally. You see, you can't just say, I will take off gluten from my diet, I will take off sugar from my diet and live a life. No, do everything in moderation. That is all you have to follow. See, maida, it's the most flavorful flour. For me, I think I just love maida. But it's just that, I would still prefer a little more, protein levels. Like maida is a refined flour, right?
Correct.
But Payal, I've heard, I'm not sure, but there is a difference in maida or maida, what you get in north and what you get here in south.
Is that so? I must check this.
Yeah, people say what you get in these places like Punjab, Delhi, because it's closer to Punjab.
Yes, it's coming from there and the other hilly regions and stuff like that.
Yeah, they say that is naturally has enough gluten and enough protein that when you're making a bread, you don't have to add again gluten and protein powders. Like, everywhere, at least in India, this happens, and everybody knows it. When you're baking a bread, because maida is so inexpensive, people take that and then they buy something called gluten powder and a protein powder and add in it and to make the breads.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, that's how it is made. If there's natural gluten in your flour, whatever you're using, then you don't need to add all this.
There's a possibility कि आटा, see in any case, I think from what I know of the north is कि वहाँ का जो गेहूं भी है, the wheat that you get, basically the quality of wheat is also different, and somehow वहाँ का आटा also, when you eat rotis in the north, somehow वो आटा मीठा होता है. There is a, apart from just gluten content, वो मुझे नहीं पता. लेकिन वहाँ की रोटी ज्यादा टेस्टी होती. So
and they say quality, and I think there's something called ancient wheat, right? So ancient wheat grains are supposed to be gluten free also. There are a lot of which has come from so many generations. They just keep using the same. So there is something called MR wheat flour, which has become very, very popular these days, which they claim that, it is good for a diabetic person because the gluten levels are very low in it. I eat MR wheat flour, chapati, roti, whatever. It's very light on your stomach.
It's available here, again, online and available
everything, whatever flour I'm talking right now, everything's available online.
Excellent. क्योंकि अगर वो है तो आसान हो जाता है. Online available है, so even if we want to experiment with it, we can just order it online, some quantities, and experiment with it.
Correct. But you just as a beginner, let's all stick to all-purpose flour.
बिल्कुल. नहीं, I'm talking about रोटी के लिए MR जो आप बोल रहे हो, wheat जो है. That's just for the sake
of food. You find it. You find this everything on any whatever websites you want to get on.
Okay, excellent. And I
was just talking about self-raising flour, which I missed on. Scones. To make scones, Payal, if you use self-raising flour, is beautiful.
Excellent.
It just puffs up. It's a beautiful thing. Otherwise, I do with maida. When I don't have self-raising flour.
वैसे भी यार fabulous. ये सब चीजें तो मतलब खाना, you can't stop eating these things once you have them.
Correct.
Okay, so ये flours हो गए more or less gluten-free and gluten.
So we were talking about gluten-free flour. I'm just repeating again. Our almond flour, almond meal, brown rice flour, pumpkin seed flour.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah. Now it's a very big thing. A lot of people, because they have nut allergies, like almonds are nuts, right? So if you have a nut allergy, people substitute that particular thing with pumpkin seed flour.
Excellent.
But always remember, your seeds always have to be soaked, dried, and then you have to ground them. Please do not just take it out from the packet and then make a powder of it. Never do that. It's very, very bad.
Okay.
Always soak them, let them dry completely, and then put it in your blender.
Right.
Okay. Then we have hazelnut flour, very, very flavorful, beautiful flour.
Yes, hazelnuts in any form of fabulous.
Yeah, coconut flour is amazing.
Yeah.
Quinoa flour, buckwheat flour, rye flour, oats flour, etc. These are all gluten-free. But for gluten-based, I'm repeating again, is maida, which is called all-purpose flour, whole wheat flour, then pastry flour, cake flour, bread flour. Self-raising flour is very, very popular again. So these are the basic flour which goes in your cakes, in your breads. Okay, these are the flour.
Excellent.
Then we come to baking powder. So there is a regular baking powder which everybody uses at home, but I prefer getting something which is a little gluten-free and aluminum-free.
Okay.
I'm a little conscious on that. So I don't know if this is available online, but there is a brand who's selling it in India and it's available online though. So
if you let us know, because we have people who are conscious, so it would be nice for the sake of information for us to know. At least we have a choice.
I always feel you should be conscious about your ingredients, Payal.
Bilkul.
Food is the most important thing which is working on your body, right? It is working on your nervous system, your body, everywhere.
Absolutely.
So being conscious is beautiful, but for beginners, don't stress it. Just buy a regular beautiful baking powder, but please look for the expiry date.
Yes.
Because if it's expired, it will not help your cake rise.
Right.
That is rule number 1. And it's an underlined thing you have to keep in mind. Then you have baking soda, which we all have at home.
Yes.
Eating soda, baking soda. Then we have salt. There are a lot of salt, salt different varieties now. Regular salt, which we all use. Then there's called rock salt, which a lot of recipes would say you add that rock salt because it has some different flavor than your regular powdered salt, Payal.
Correct.
It gives you that, and remember, Payal, like food needs salt, a regular khana, what we have, needs salt. Your desserts also need salt.
Yes.
At least a pinch of it.
Yes.
It brings out flavors.
Bilkul.
And then there is pink salt. Then there's kosher salt. But the kosher salt, I don't think we get here. I'm just giving you an option.
Yes, I know. We've spoken of kosher salt in one of the episodes I had done about salt, and kosher salt is not available. Pink salt is very easily available now.
Yeah, very easy. And आजकल सेंधा नमक भी बोलते हैं.
बहुत चलता है.
हाँ, but only thing is you should remember, अगर regular salt recipe 1 teaspoon बोल रहे हैं, if they're saying, forget about 1 teaspoon, if they're saying half a teaspoon of salt, if you're using senda namak, I think you should reduce it. Because, Payal, don't you think senda namak is a little more salty?
It is saltier, उसका texture भी अलग है, because जो regular हमारा table salt है, free flowing salt है, उसका texture versus अपना the grain size and everything is also very different senda namak में.
So सेंधा नमक क्वांटिटी तो कम करना पड़ेगा.
So you're suggesting कि regular salt अगर यूज कर रहे हैं तो उससे हमको सेंधा नमक कम यूज करना है in our recipe, slightly lesser.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then in dry ingredients you get a lot of some like a chocolate cake would ask for a cocoa powder that comes under dry ingredients.
Right.
Then coffee powder.
Yes.
Then walnuts, almonds, these are all, and then chocolate chips, these come under dry ingredients.
Yes, they do.
Okay, so I'm going through again. The dry ingredients are flour, baking powder, baking soda, salt, cocoa powder, coffee powder, chocolate, then walnuts and almonds, etc. If I'm missing on something, Payal, you can add.
No, I think basics yahi hai. You can keep nuts, any kinds of nuts you want, hazelnuts or whatever. Basically, additive, anything jo dry or add ho raha hai will go into this particular category.
Correct.
Right.
Now let's go to wet ingredients. See, wet ingredients, people say, oh, sugar doesn't come in wet ingredients. No, sugar is in wet ingredients. Remember that.
Excellent.
Sugar goes if you're putting the lot of cakes, which will ask you to make a wet ingredient bowl and a dry ingredient bowl.
Correct.
And then you mix. So then the sugar goes into the wet ingredients.
It does. Correct. You're right. It does. Yes.
Yeah, because sugar has to mix in well into the liquid. Okay. So sugars, there are a lot of sugars. Payal, there are too many sugars now available in the market.
Yes.
But the most common sugar which and very easily available is, of course, granulated white sugar and caster sugar.
Yes.
Granulated white sugar is everybody has in a dabba. The same thing, you can use it. If it's too thick grains, then just blend a little. Make it a little, because sometimes what happens, if the crystals are too hard, even if you're whisking, it won't mix.
And after baking में भी रह जाता है. Even sometimes, even in the baking also, उसके बाद में भी there are some grains that get left over.
Correct. A lot of times this happens. Yeah. Because your crystals are very hard. Sometimes they don't melt, and somehow it didn't. Sometimes it really happened with me a lot of times. That's when I started getting caster sugar. Right. What is a caster sugar? It is a sugar which is now been blended, not completely like a powder, but a little coarse.
I see.
And it's very easy to use. You put that in anything, it just mixes very well. Of course, I can take a blender and blend my sugar and do it.
Just make it.
But I get a caster. Yeah, I just get a caster sugar powder and caster sugar packet, and I use it, which I love it personally. I'm a big fan of caster sugar.
Okay.
Then there is icing sugar. Icing sugar is again very sweet. It's a powder sugar. It's also called confectioner's sugar or powder sugar. Then this is basically a lot of recipes, Payal. There are some recipes will say add icing sugar. In your cookies or in your cakes.
Yes.
But this particular icing sugar, we use in frostings.
Correct. Yeah.
To make a buttercream
all your
frosting.
Decoration and things like that.
Yeah. But you always have to sieve your icing sugar for sure, because you don't want lumps.
Correct.
Yeah, it is basically a mixture of what is an icing sugar, if you ask me. It is basically a mixture of little corn starch, potato starch, either of that they put. And because of this, when you put in a butter, it does not melt or anything. It sits, it's like, anti-caking agent or something like that. It just does not melt into
It doesn't. It doesn't
things.
actually. वो सब mix
Yeah.
करने के बाद भी you can feel वो texture में आता है. You can feel the sugar in it जब mix करो in butter या फिर any other chocolate syrups or things also. You can actually still feel the icing sugar. So that's a nice tip. I didn't realize this case में there are other starches mixed as well.
Thoda to, because we don't make icing sugar at home, right? We get icing sugar from outside.
Yes.
But what I understand and I read is, of course, icing sugar has little cornstarch or potato starch, whatever they feel comfortable, they add in it. But it's basically a powdered sugar with an extra of something. That's all. And this icing sugar is pure, if you can stick to making an icing is beautiful, but there are recipes. There are a lot of recipes online, or the books I have also say you can use icing sugar into your cakes to make a cake or a
dessert also,
whatever.
I suppose. Dessert also, it will mix well.
Yeah. So the next sugar is brown sugar. There are a lot of varieties of brown sugar pile. There are light brown sugar, dark brown sugar. Then there is muscovado sugar. Then there's something called rapadura sugar. Then, of course, everybody's favorite and a beautiful sugar is coconut sugar. Coconut sugar is basically, it's a palm sugar produced from the sap of the flower.
Amazing.
So, and it is less in glycemic index. So calorie wise is same pile. There is no difference in the calorie.
Right.
Okay. The calories always remain the same. But the most important thing which we are looking or anybody want to watch out is the glycemic index.
Correct.
So the glycemic index is very, very low in coconut sugar.
Excellent.
Then our Indian beautiful sweetener is jaggery.
Yes.
Jaggery is high in iron. Jaggery is high in iron.
Glycemic index is also high. The jaggery also.
Yeah, I don't want to tell that because if people think, oh my God, she's discouraging us. No, it's not like that.
No,
please
use it. It's just purer. In any case, it's a more pure form of consuming sugar rather than our regular granulated white sugar. That's the only option.
Jaggery. Correct. Then there is a date syrup which comes, then condensed milk. These are all sweeteners. And if you're looking for some healthier versions or low glycemic index sugars, there are a lot of plant-based sugars which have come. A lot of brands have come now. But there is, of course, you can't just substitute your plant-based sugar to the regular sugar which comes in pile.
True.
That is one thing we have to keep in mind. Because plant-based sugar, you cannot consume more. That will cause diarrhea.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
Yeah, because it's high in fiber.
Right.
So plant-based sugar, if you're using, you need to get that particular recipe only.
Correct. So no alternates.
Very less in quantity.
No alternates. Like you always say, a recipe is a recipe is a recipe. There is no alternatives with that.
Correct. That's it. I would suggest people to stick to that. That's it.
But it's so simple actually. If you look at it, when somebody is giving you a recipe, उसमें कोई काम ही नहीं है. Just blindly follow the recipe and wait for the result. It's so simple.
Correct. And because you should remember, Payal, these are all tried and tested recipes.
Absolutely.
Why do people post them online or up? Only because it's been tried, tested, and everything they posted.
Absolutely. Right. Absolutely. So I have a question here about brown sugar. Now, when I go to buy brown sugar, there are, of course, dark and light, I understand. Like in texture, maybe there are some that are granules and free flowing, but there is one lot that comes, which is slightly stickier. It's not really sticky, but it's a little lumpier than flowing.
That's muscovado sugar. Do you think even the brown sugar is sticky for you? Do you
No, it's not. I won't say it's sticky. It's just a very fine grain and it's more connected with each other.
I think it's more to do brands also, Payal. I somehow think, like you go to a regular store and buy a brown sugar. I've seen it's flowy. Suddenly I realized this must be just a color which is put on that.
कभी कभी
right?
वही doubt आता है मेरे को, because I've of course gone and picked it up at the better places. I've looked, so at the better places when I've picked it up is when I've got this sugar that is really nice and very small grain, but like I said, थोड़ा जैसे it's not wet, but there is a slight lumpiness in it. जिसको हाथ से when you touch it, then it sort of just falls apart.
Breaks. Yeah, maybe that, I think that is a better quality of
Is
sugar
it?
which you're getting it.
Because इसमें confusion काफी हो जाता है when you're going to buy these things. So because then when you're deciding on measurements also, when you're measuring this, then in your head you're wondering कि दूसरा sugar use करो which is free flowing brown sugar, तो उसमें quantity कितना आएगा और इसमें कितना pack होगा, so that confusion is also always there.
I think it's all about packaging, brands.
True.
Unfortunately, we can't control on that.
Yeah,
it's
that's
just
the whole
that,
thing. It gets very
stick to
confusing, and I think
quality.
you just try and test perhaps and do it.
Yeah, because we are baking for home, we're baking for friends and family.
Yeah.
Always stick to good quality.
Yes,
commercial wise, I'm not talking here at all.
Yes, absolutely.
Even now, because I'm going commercial, I'm still going to stick to quality. But then a lot of times you can't just tell, oh, I will only buy this brand. But
it's
yes, for home
possible.
purpose. Yeah, but for home purpose, like as you said, if it's coming in your hand and it's then breaking down, is a beautiful sugar. You should understand that molasses is a little more in that. This is what we are looking.
Okay, great. Thanks. Okay, so we can move on now. This was sugars, amazing kinds of sugars, really very interesting.
Yeah, and then there are keto sugars which have come now, xylitols and erythritol, I think, erythritol. Yeah, these are good sugars, but again, I'm telling you, please do not use any plant-based sugars, saying, oh, I have this recipe of the cake instead of this regular sugar, I will use the plant-based sugar of the same quantity. No, please don't do that mistake. Your cake will be a flop. It will taste horrible. And most important, it is very bad for your stomach. Don't overdo your plant-based sugars. They just go in very less quantity because the sweetness in that particular thing is very high.
Yes. Great. Then, these are fabulous tips. Yes.
Yeah, and then we have oils. You can use any oil, jo bhi khana pakate hain, other than those heavy oils. You can use sunflower oil, olive oil. There are some recipes which will ask you to add olive oil. You can get that. Don't get extra virgin olive oil. That is not for cooking, or that is not. The extra virgin is to dress your salads.
Dressings.
So you have to, So regular olive oil, sunflower oil, safflower oil, then grapeseed oil. Grapeseed oil and all, they're all little expensive pile. So stick to nice sunflower oil.
Canola also. I've seen canola also in some recipes. Yeah.
Canola oil is very popular.
Yes, I see that in a lot of international recipes. Canola oil is very, very popular.
Basically, what happens is, Payal, when you are using a oil in your recipe, they would like to get an odorless oil. Correct. That is the logic.
Yes.
If it's a strong smell, like coconut oil is beautiful in making a dessert, but if it's strong smell, a lot of people can't eat. Yes. So in coconut oil also, they get odorless coconut oil.
Oh, excellent. Really?
Yeah, a lot of people are making now. I keep getting a can of it, and I use a lot of coconut oil, but it is odorless. There's no smell in it. We are talking about no smell oils.
Yes.
Because you want your cake to smell what you're, like if it's a vanilla cake, you put beautiful vanilla extract and let it smell, not oil smells, okay?
True, that's a complete put off, because even fresh में अगर smell नहीं आता है, उसको अगर थोड़ी देर store करके रखो, and when you open the container, you get an oil smell. Like you put something fried inside. That's awful. You can't eat something like that.
And here also always get good quality and fresh oil. I mean, in terms, you're storing it for over 1 year and whatever, thoda, if you get some smell, don't add
rancid ho jata hai na, the oil gets rancid.
Exactly.
Bilkul. Yeah.
Then you have butter. Butters, there are salted, unsalted butter. If you're adding a salted butter, take off salt from your recipe.
True.
Yeah, but it's always better to add as a beginner stick to unsalted butter. Cooking butter is what they call.
Right.
Get that, use that. Then in liquid, in wet ingredients, water is, in a lot of recipes, like a chocolate cake, water goes in.
Yes, boiling
Then-
water with coffee. Or,
Yeah, then milk in a lot of things like regular milk, cow or buffalo. But you know what, Payal? Buffalo milk is only in India. I've seen people use it. Wherever, if you go any part of the world, at least Western countries I'm talking, they only get cow milk.
I
But we
see.
can use any kind of milk. It doesn't matter.
Mhm.
Then we have vegan milks like almond milk, oat milk,
Soy.
hazelnut milk, soy milk.
Mhm.
Then even your yogurt comes into this part
Yes,
under
yes. Yogurt,
then eggs.
buttermilk and things like that. Buttermilk yogurt and things like that.
Buttermilk, yes. Then eggs. Eggs are regular eggs, organic eggs. For a vegetarian, it's flax eggs. What is
Oh.
flax eggs?
Oh, really?
Yeah, flax eggs are what? We have flax seeds powder. You have to dry roast it. Don't over roast it. Just dry roast it. Then you add with the, so there is a replacement. If one egg you want to replace with flaxseed egg, you have to do 1 tablespoon of flaxseed powder to 3 tablespoons of water and let it rest on the counter.
Okay. All
Mix
right.
well and leave it. It becomes like eggy. It's an eggy.
Oh, really? Amazing.
Yeah, and
Okay, I didn't know this.
and even aquafaba. I'm sure we've all seen chana boiling, but we throw the water. Use that water to make your egg whites. That is egg white, right? Then you have vanilla extract, vinegar, any other essence. If you want to put some mint essence or coconut essence, this is where it has to go in. It has to go into your liquids. Or if you want to add colors, like if you're making a red velvet cake, you want to put in colors, is when this comes.
So when your liquids are going in, that's when your
That's when the
essence,
colors
it all
have to go in.
mixes with it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
vinegar, everything. Like, white vinegar is very popular in all the recipes, but I would like to substitute it with apple cider vinegar.
Okay.
It's
Healthier.
more flavorful and more healthier version.
Right. Good idea. Yeah. Yeah. But no
Yeah.
smell. I mean, it doesn't add. I know it goes in very small quantities, but apple cider vinegar has a very peculiar taste, which is specific to apple cider vinegar. So does that impact?
No, yeah, nothing. I make my red velvet cake with that.
Okay.
I don't use white vinegar. Sorry, I am.
Fair enough. No, that's good because we want options. See, we are looking at options, and healthy is the way to go. At the end of the day, when you're eating a sinful dessert, at least, somewhere you can tell yourself, okay, something in it was healthy, so I can eat it without feeling bad.
Payal,
Even
I
if
think,
it was apple cider
these are all soul satisfying foods.
Totally.
Remember that, please.
So true.
Adore, enjoy, eat, celebrate anything. Meetha is a must. Remember, we all grew up, you go into Indian culture or any other culture, we all grew up, eating a sweet, a dessert to celebrate things. Even if you are not celebrating, you are angry, you are upset, you still eat meetha.
So
Sugar
true.
in quantities, please enjoy and eat. No guilt. When you eat, enjoy.
Yeah.
Don't have any guilt.
Absolutely.
And then use good quality. From day one, I only believe in one thing, because I am a mother of 3. If I am giving good quality to my children, I would like to give good quality to others. So please stick to that. Food is beautiful, and anything which is good quality is amazing for your body. And moderation. We are not
you have
saying
to be
eat 1
happy.
kilo.
Like you said, you have to be happy when you're eating it. What's the point of
Correct.
eating healthy and, then grumbling about things and cripping about it? That's not going to help, really.
Yeah. And now, Payal, a lot of these people are, even I make it. We use, if you're making a red velvet cake, you basically get a red velvet color, that red color you get. So a lot of people are replacing or trying to do a healthier version with beets.
Yes, their products are very nice.
Yeah. Beetroot is a beautiful vegetable or underground vegetable, whatever you call. You can use that. If you want to add little colors, you have to do, that's a different process again.
Yes, of course. It is. Yeah.
Yeah. But that is an option, because I am talking about ingredients, I am talking about quality, and I am also talking about healthier version.
Right.
Because I want to tell people that, don't get under that impression that, oh, I've eaten one cookie, which is so much of butter and sugar, but you've eaten it. Your body's accepted it. And one is good. Don't eat 10.
Correct.
Right. And we all grew up eating maida. It's good. Everything moderation is fine. Just enjoy, just eat.
You have to draw a line.
And make it, how does it matter, Payal? I've
said this to many, many people. That's what I keep telling them. And this question comes to me. I have only that one question, like I said, that, how often does one do it? So when you're doing it, because when I personally bake, I've noticed that whole wheat cake, especially the regular atta that we use, there are a lot of people who say it's a healthier version and to use the atta. I do not like an atta cake. That's a personal opinion. Many people make many things. I don't enjoy it. I find it too dense, too heavy, and it sticks to the palate.
Correct. But आजकल सब लोग बोलते हैं ना कि मैदा is not good.
नहीं, अच्छी बात है ना, ठीक है जो बोलते हैं, हम भी यही बोल रहे हैं कि खा के खुश. Exactly.
But मैं तो बोलती हूँ, मैं तो पेस्ट्री शेफ हूँ, मैं मैदा यूज करती हूँ, but my quality of मैदा is much more better, because we as chefs need to know which flour goes in.
That's it.
And all the cakes, when you're making a cake, it has to be light. It can't be dense. It can't be, sitting down with, I don't know. That only happens in light flour. Your protein levels should be a little lesser.
Yes.
But then it's sinful. It's beautiful. So anyways, when you're baking, you just need 2 bowls which talk about wet ingredients and dry ingredients. These are the ingredients, Payal.
Ultimately, you just need to mix those 2 and make the magic happen. So
correct.
This is perfect. I think this has made things very clear, because you've dealt with, options, choices, replacements and everything. This was very, very extensive. And I'm sure our listeners would have got a very, very informed kind of, session here. So I should say thank you once again. And until we meet on our next journey, Chef Priya Bhupal, आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. आप यहाँ पर आई, हमारे साथ ये सब शेयर किया. अगले एपिसोड में हम शेफ से बोलेंगे कि आप सोचते रहें कि हमको नेक्स्ट स्टेप हमारा क्या होना चाहिए इसमें. एंड आप लोग सब हमारे साथ जुड़े रहिए, सुनते रहिए रसोई के रहस्य. थैंक यू शेफ प्रिया भोपाल, एंड वी सी यू अगेन.
थैंक यू पायल.
Thanks.
Right. See you again.
आओ मिलकर खोले हम रसोई के रहस्य.